Symptoms of a bad idle air control valve. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, in the past, almost all vehicles had an idle air control valve, but not anymore. But how can you know if your car has it? Well, most cars before 2005 do. Also, vehicles with older or simpler fuel injection systems often have them to regulate idle speed. While many modern vehicles use electronic throttle control or drive-by-wire systems that eliminate the need for an idle air control valve. However, to really be sure that your car has one, you can check the vehicle's service manual or look for the idle air control valve near the throttle body. It is usually connected to the intake manifold on the throttle body. Alternatively, you can do a Google search for your car's make and model along with idle air control valve to see if your car has it. So, if your vehicle has an idle air control valve, this video shows you the symptoms to look out for to know if the idle air control valve is bad, how to test an idle air control valve, and how to clean your idle control valve if symptoms are triggered by clogs and dirt. Before we get into the symptoms, let's understand what the idle air control valve does. The IAC valve regulates the engine's idle speed by controlling the amount of air that bypasses the throttle plate. It's especially important in older vehicles which lack modern electronic throttle control systems. Some idle air control valves use stepper motors while others function as solenoids. Either way, their role is simple but essential, which is to maintain a stable idle. If the valve malfunctions, your car might struggle to idle correctly, leading to stalling, rough idling, or even failure to start in rare cases. So how do you know when the idle air control valve is bad? Well, let's look at some of the most common symptoms. 5 key symptoms of a bad idle air control valve. 1. Check engine light illuminated. Your car's powertrain control module, which is like the brain of the car, is constantly monitoring various parts of the vehicle to ensure they work properly, and that includes the idle air control valve. If the powertrain control module detects an issue, it will trigger the check engine light and store a diagnostic trouble code related to idle speed or airflow problems. So, if you notice this orange light on your dashboard, you have to scan your car for the trouble codes P0505. Don't ignore it. The check engine light is your car's way of warning you before the problem gets worse. 2. Incorrect idle speed. An inconsistent idle speed is another very common sign of a failing idle air control valve. Your RPMs might be too high, too low, or fluctuate unexpectedly. Why? Because if the valve gets stuck open, too much air enters the engine, causing a high idle. If it's stuck closed, airflow is restricted, leading to a low idle or even stalling. Let's look at it this way, that your car is like a human being breathing normally when relaxed. If something disrupts that rhythm, like a stuffy nose, it can make breathing difficult, right? Yep, that's exactly what happens when the idle air control valve isn't regulating air properly or something blocks the airflow. 3. Engine stalling. If your car ever sputtered and died on you while you were sitting at a stop, or maybe just while you intended to stop temporarily, a faulty idle air control valve can choke off the airflow your engine needs to keep running at idle, leading to sudden stalling. There's nothing more inconvenient than your car cutting out in the middle of traffic. Sometimes drivers mistake this for a fuel or ignition issue, but if your car consistently stalls at idle, the idle air control valve is worth checking. 4. Engine won't start. In extreme cases, a failing idle air control valve can disrupt the air-to-fuel mixture so severely that your engine refuses to start. While this isn't the most common symptom, it does happen. If your car cranks but won't fire up and you've ruled out battery or fuel system issues, a faulty idle air control valve could be the cause. Number 5. More force to brake or to stop your car. If your car requires a little more effort on the brake pedal to bring your car to a complete stop or to keep the car standing still at a red light, it could be a symptom of a bad IAC valve. This is due to the engine idling faster than normal, and thus the car is running at a faster idle speed. To confirm this, you can also try to listen to the sound of the idling engine to see if it is spinning abnormally fast and harshly, which is also a good way to help clarify the feel on the brake foot. How to test an idle air control valve. Now that you know the symptoms, how do you confirm that the idle air control valve is the problem? Well, before rushing out to buy a replacement, it's crucial to test the valve properly. Why? Because vacuum leaks, electrical issues, or even a dirty throttle body can mimic a bad idle air control valve. Here's how you can test it step by step. Step 1. Check for diagnostic trouble codes. First, plug in a scan tool or a simple code reader to check for error codes related to idle speed. Most vehicles built after 1996, OBD2 systems, will throw a specific idle air control related code if the valve is acting up. Even older OBDI cars often store relevant codes. If you see the P0505 code, which indicates an idle issue, It's time to move on to a visual inspection to check if it is a carbon built-up or simply a damaged IAC valve. Step 2. Perform a visual inspection. Pop the hood and take a close look at the idle air control valve and its surroundings. Look for damaged or disconnected vacuum hoses. Vacuum leaks can mimic IAC failure. Also, check for loose, frayed, or broken electrical wires connected to the IAC. A dirty or clogged IAC valve may just need cleaning instead of replacement. If you find any issues, fix them first, then clear the trouble codes and see if the problem persists. Step 3. Test the IAC valve without a dealer-grade scan tool. You can run some basic tests with a simple scan tool. I will link an affordable one for you in the description box. Next, test. Unplug the IAC connector. Another quick test to perform is to disconnect the IAC valve while the engine is idling. Here's what to do. Turn the engine off, unplug the IAC valve, restart the engine, and observe the idle behavior. If the idle speed is abnormal with the IAC valve unplugged, and then if it returns to normal when plugged back in, your IAC valve is working fine. If there's no change in idle speed, the IAC might be faulty or there could be an issue with its wiring or control circuit. Test 2. Check electrical resistance. For a more precise test, you'll need a digital multimeter and a repair manual for your vehicle's specifications. Turn the engine off and disconnect the IAC. Set your multimeter to measure resistance in ohms. Place the multimeter probes on the IAC's terminals and compare the reading to the specs in your repair manual. If the resistance is outside the recommended range, your IAC valve may be dirty or faulty and may require either cleaning or replacement. The idle air control valve is usually located right near the throttle position sensor, somewhere around the throttle body. On this particular vehicle, it's located right under the throttle position sensor, so they're usually in that same vicinity. But let's go ahead and get started. You'll notice this one here has a lot of buildup around the spring and just all over it. It really looks pretty bad. The spring is also very tight, which is causing a problem there. So what we're going to do is use some carburetor cleaner to spray and clean it, and then wipe it down real good. You can see it looks a lot better. The spring is all nice and clean and everything is extended properly. So, should you drive with a bad IAC valve? If your IAC valve is failing, driving your vehicle isn't the best idea. While you might still be able to get around, an unstable idle can lead to stalling at intersections, fluctuating RPMs, and even poor fuel efficiency. And let's be honest, having your car stall unpredictably is both inconvenient and unsafe. A malfunctioning IAC valve is something you want to address sooner rather than later. If cleaning it doesn't resolve the issue, replacement is usually the best course of action. Whether you decide to clean, repair, or replace the IAC valve, taking action now will save you from headaches down the road. So there you have the symptoms, testing, and cleaning guide for the IAC valve. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video.